Crowd Game. Powered by Kinect für Xbox 360.
Hi Patrick, you're presenting Orcs Must Die today, and I would say most of the people have never heard about this game, so you just explain what it is about and show it at the same time?
Sure. So this is Orcs Must Die. It's an action strategy game coming to Xbox Live Arcade and to PCs in October, Steam and other digital distribution platforms on PC. It's a hybrid of tower defense and third-person action combat. So we take you and put you into a tower defense style game. So let me jump in and show you one of our levels. It's a single-player game, 25 levels in the game. The level I'm going to show you is one of the later levels in the game. So in this case, all of the orcs and the enemies are trying to get to these blue things at the top here called rifts. You have 2 of them in this level. I have 30 rift points. Once I let more than 30 enemies get through these rifts, I lose the level. So it's going to take more than just combat to beat this level though. So I'm going to take some traps with me. I open up my spell book and I see that these are the various enemy types that are going to come into this level. I have this variety of traps and magic spells to take with me. So I'm going to take my blade staff and I'm going to take some variety of magic, fire and ice. And then I'm going to pick some traps to take with me to help fight off the ugly orcs. So let's get these. And then I'm going to get some barricades. Okay, I've loaded out, we see at the bottom now, all of my traps that I can take with me. I have a lot of area to defend here. So the first thing I want to do is close off one of these staircases with barricades. Make it a little easier and I can just defend one set of stairs. All right, so that's done. I'm going to place some spring traps. These are physics traps which will throw the enemies. Some of those. And I choose when the enemies unleash from these doors here at the beginning. I have as much time as I want to get my trap set up. Okay. Let's put some pounders right here. Okay, I've spent most of my money. We can see that my money is in the bottom left corner of the screen, and each of these traps is costing me money. There's going to be a total of 9 waves of orcs come through, and we're going to start now with wave 1. So I have opened the doors, and they're breaking through. So right now I'm using my crossbow. My crossbow has 2 effects. One is just to shoot them. My second is to stun them. And I'm also going to use some magic. If they get too close to me and things get a little hectic, I can move to my melee combat. And you can also see I have some NPC characters up there helping me out, some archers. If my health gets low, I can run back to the rift and regenerate. I also have a paladin here. It's also an NPC helper that's helping me fight this level. And now we can see the pounder at work also smashing these guys to bits. Okay, so I've beat the first wave. I've got a few seconds reprieve here. I'm going to place down a few more traps. Put some more flip traps over here. Okay. Now I have a new enemy type that's coming into the level. These are orc archers that are shooting at me now. Oh, my health is also getting low again. I better regenerate.
Does your character have any special abilities or potions or something like that?
Yeah, so everything is at his disposal, all the traps, all the weapons, but there's also a system in the game that I will show you in a moment. It's called the Weaver system. It's an RPG mechanic where I can actually level my character or my NPCs in the game. So I'm going to do that quickly. So here I show you this. That's got the Steel Weaver and the Elemental Weaver. The Steel Weaver, I would choose this path if I wanted to upgrade, say, my traps and my guardians, my minions, and the Elemental if I want to upgrade myself. So you can see here that I can take my weapon and give it a flame. So now I've upgraded that, and now my guy, you can see my crossbow is flaming. And there's various other enhancements that I can give him as I get more money. Now I've got a new enemy type coming into this level. We've got flyers coming into the game. These guys are flying towards the rift, but they can also shoot down fire on me and my guardians. So you can see that the game is pretty fast-paced action, pretty frantic. But every 3 waves, I get a break. I can take as much time as I want now to place some more traps and take a breath here. I'm going to place some ballistas as well. And I'm going to go back into my Weaver system and choose some more things. Okay, so I've done everything here. There's also some environmental elements placed into the game that you can use. In this case, there's some ballistas that were placed, and I'm going to use those to shoot this this ogre that's coming into the game. So one of our bigger enemies in the game. And he's going to escape over here.
So we just saw you have some special rewards for giving a headshot or combos. Are there any more rewards?
Yeah, the combos are a big part of the game. So putting together traps and strategically placing traps. You see here I have fire embers and these pounders right above. As I kill guys with both traps at the same time, I'm earning combos which give me more points and more coins in the game and also affect my score. And the scores feed into the leaderboard system that'll be seen online, and you can compare yourself against your friends. So I've only got a couple of guys, and also some of the enemies drop coins. We'll want to pick those up, give us more coins to buy traps between levels. And there's something else, yep. And we got some flyers up here attacking my paladin. All right, I took care of that wave. We're through wave 6. It continues to get a little more frantic here on this level. I'm gonna put some more flip traps out.
Can these traps be damaged?
The traps cannot be damaged except for those barricades that I placed down at the beginning. If I were to place barricades in such a way that I completely block the orc's ability to get to the rift, then they would destroy it. Other than that, all your other sorry, here we got a new enemy type that just walked in. These are the hunters. They do not go to the rift. All they do is try to kill you, which they just did, and kill your guardians. When you die in the game, you haven't lost the level. It costs you rift points, 5 rift points. So you can see at the top right here, I'm down to 23 rift points. So as I said earlier, if I get to 0, I've lost the level. These hunters are a tough character in the game. And you see these guys did destroy my barricades up here. You were just asking if things could be destroyed, and they did destroy my barricade. All other traps are persistent in the game once you place them and can't be destroyed. So I'm going to place that down again, and I'm going to put a few more ballistas down here to take care of these guys.
So are there special traps for air enemies or for the melee enemies? So do you have like counter traps for the different types of enemies?
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm placing down these ballistas right here that you see up there to help me shoot down those flyers that are coming in. And these, for example, these ogres I know are too big to be affected by those spring traps, but I know those pounders are going to help those guys, so I lured him into those pounders. So yeah, certain the traps affect, you can see this guy right here, I'm going to want to lure him somewhere else because these flip traps aren't going to do anything to him. And he stuns me if he hits me, so getting close to him isn't a great idea. All right. And I've got a mini map up here on the right, as you can see, and I can tell that I've got a couple of guys up here attacking my paladins. Okay, I'm on the 8th wave now, as we see. 2 more waves to go to beat this level. And that'll show us the skull system that I'll describe here in a moment. There's a replayability in that you use your skulls that you accumulate after playing a level to upgrade a trap. So once you've upgraded a trap in the game, that is persistent throughout the rest of the levels. All right, so we can see that these hunters went right for my guardians. And it's up to me to help defend my guardians.
So you said that you can upgrade the traps. Can you also persistently upgrade your character?
You cannot persistently upgrade your character, only within the level through the Weaver system. We have a few flyers at the top here attacking my paladins again. And you can see they're getting into my rift. All right, so now we're down to the final wave.
Big question, is there gonna be an end boss?
Impulse?
An end boss? Like a major final boss?
Oh, yes, there will be. There are larger ogres that come into this final wave. The toughest, probably the hardest enemy to kill in the game is an armored ogre. And you'll see him in a few minutes. He's encased in armor and he's a really tough guy to defeat. But there's not a boss per se other than that. There's just more and more enemies with tougher and tougher guys to kill. So we can see I've got both hunters who are tough to kill and ogres. There's the armored ogre I was just mentioning. So that guy right there is tough. It takes a lot of hit points. And I've got an ogre up here. So in this last wave, you see that I'm getting all the enemy types that I saw earlier in the levels with flyers, ogres, hunters, and now armored ogres. So the armored ogre has made his way upstairs. Two ogres upstairs, actually. All right, I've beat him, and I think we're down to a single flyer, maybe. Not sure who's left here. Somewhere, somebody's hiding here. All right, so we beat the level here, and we're going to see now how many skulls I earned. Probably not very many, because I didn't play that level very well. I only got 2 out of 5 possible skulls, and it's those skulls I could use to upgrade my traps. If I go into my stats page, I see that I only earned 1 skull for Rift, because I let 22 guys get through, but I did beat the level in under the amount of time, so I got a skull. I can see these points, which then feed into my leaderboards. And that's just one of the 25 levels you would experience in Orcs Must Die. There's a total of about 18 enemy types and 24 different traps that you can use throughout the game.
So thank you, Patrick, for the presentation, and I think it's a pretty cool game, especially if you like the mixture between tower defense and third-person shooter. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by and seeing it.